Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Nerdivergent channel. I am your host, Nerdivergent. Today we're taking a joyful flight with Superman the movie from 1978. Spoiler free, of course. This is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time, starring Christopher Reeve, Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando, Jackie Cooper, Glenn Ford, Valerie Perrine, and Ned Beatty. Nearly 50 years later, this thing still soars because it understands Superman should lift people up without floating out of reach. The effects are charmingly retro. The comedy sometimes goes broad and it takes its sweet time to deliver. But when Christopher Reeve steps into the suit, the movie keeps its legendary promise. You'll believe a man can fly. Back in 78, it made $300 million. Today, that is roughly $1.54 billion. Hollywood, please take notes. This is how to make a good movie. But before we get into it, smash that like and subscribe and the bell so you can catch every new review. I'm chasing 100 subs, and your help means everything. Now, let's get into it. Directed by Richard Donner, the story opens on a dying Krypton where Jor-El and Kal-El send their infant son Kal-El rocketing toward Earth. Raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent in Smallville, Kansas, Clark grows up, heads to chaotic Metropolis, becomes a Daily Planet reporter, meets firecracker Lois Lane, and when the world needs him, becomes Superman. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor is cooking up a scheme so big it practically sends up a flare for the Man of Steel. The movie's secret weapon is Christopher Reeve. He doesn't just play Clark Kent as Superman in glasses, he becomes two different people. Clark hunches, stammers, trips over his own feet like a German shepherd trying to act cool, and reacts half a beat too late. Superman stands tall, speaks with warm authority, and gives everyone his full attention. Reeve flips between them so cleanly, you sometimes don't even see the costume change. It's acting magic. His Superman is confident without arrogance, powerful without menace, and kind without weakness. He's the ultimate big blue Boy Scout, and he's not embarrassed about it for a second. Glenn Ford's Jonathan Kent gives Clark that rock-solid moral compass in warm, open Smallville. Marlon Brando brings solemn, Crystal Palace gravitas to Jor-El on icy Krypton. Clark is shaped by both worlds, but his heart comes from the people who raised him. Margot Kidder's Lois is smart, ambitious, impatient, and fearless. She's already chasing the story before Superman arrives. She barely notices bumbling Clark, but lights up around Superman. Their rooftop interview crackles with rapid-fire questions and genuine charm. Then comes the flight over Metropolis. City lights sparkling below, Lois thinking out loud, a little flowery, but it works. And that soaring John Williams score doing the heavy romantic lifting, pure swoon. Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor is a delight. Charming, vain, and 100% convinced he's the smartest person in any room. His scenes with Ned Beatty's lovable dim Otis and Valerie Perrine's sharp Eve Tessmacher are pure 70s comic relief. It's fun, but it does make Lex feel more cartoon villain than world-ending threat at times. The movie happily bounces between heartfelt Smallville moments, newsroom banter, disaster spectacle, and wacky layer comedy without always warning you it's shifting gears. That's part of the charm. Visually, the worlds feel distinct. Krypton is cold, white light, and crystal geometry. Smallville is golden fields and endless roads. Metropolis is noisy, crowded, and alive. The flying effects show their age. Optical lines, models, rear projection, but Reeve sells every dive, turn, and joyful soar so completely you stop noticing the seams. John Williams' score does the rest. The main theme is heroic without being aggressive, Krypton feels ancient and vast. Smallville carries loss and hope. The music never apologizes for Superman. It announces him like a parade of pure optimism. At 143 minutes, the theatrical cut is deliberately paced. Superman doesn't appear in the suit until around the 45-minute mark. That first glorious introduction, a brief, spectacular sequence where he takes flight for the first time on screen, reportedly cost about $1 million back then, roughly $5 million today. When the cape unfurls and the full Superman march hits, instant chills. They delivered on the tagline. The final act brings big rescues and real scale. The resolution asks you to roll with the creative solution the movie hasn't fully explained. It might bend logic, but the emotion and heart win, that's very Superman. Superman the movie still works because it believes in its hero. It doesn't present a god learning to tolerate humanity. It shows a good man deciding what to do with impossible power. Old-fashioned? Sure. So are honesty, courage, and helping someone simply because you can, with a twinkle and a swirl of the red cape. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I give Superman the movie 1978 a massive 10 out of 10. Christopher Reeve gives one of the all-time great superhero performances. Margot Kidder makes Lois unforgettable. John Williams delivers an iconic score. Richard Donner treats the material with sincerity and joy instead of embarrassment or cynicism. For a first watch, go theatrical. It's the tightest pacing and strongest flow. The longer cuts have interesting extras, but you can feel it's a touch padded. And to be honest, just a little bit over 2 hours versus over 3 for the extended is a big difference in time. This film proved audiences would embrace an optimistic, all-powerful hero when the cast, director, music, and story treated his basic decency as seriously as his powers. What do you think? Is Reeve still your favorite Superman? And is it the theatrical or extended cut that you like more? And that ending, does the heart win you over, or does the creative solution pull you out of it? Let me know down in the comments. And before you go, please hit that like and subscribe and the bell. Every little bit helps me reach 100 subs, and your help is very much appreciated. Check out my gaming channel, Nerdivergent 199 Gaming, here on YouTube. The link is down in the description. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Up, up, and away. Take care.